Hello, people. I'm back again. Right. Thank you very much for having been with me before. As I said, I'm not quite up to Brian's standards yet, so I'm afraid. Oh, think about. You won't hear me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not even sure if you could hear me then. I didn't have my earphones in. Anyway, welcome back, people. Thank you so much for being with me. In the last half of the show. Well, show. It's not really a show of the chat. I've got my coffee and I'm back, so I'm going to just see if I can leave an invite for you if you want to join me live. You're very welcome to do so. So let's see if I can post a comment. Post. Paste. Okay, lovely people. If you're with me, that's the link if you want to join in. Hi, Prel. Hi, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. Joel, yes, please, come on. Yeah, please do. Prel, if you want to come and have a chat, I'd love to hear from you. Anybody, in fact. That's what the whole point is, so we can all chat. We can all talk to each other in real time. But I really, and like I said, I'm sorry I'm not up to Brian's standards. I can't just play some great music while I nip off to make a quick coffee. Elizabeth, hi. So I'm afraid I have to stop and start again. But yay. Are you coming on? Do you want to come on then, Pro? I'm just adding you now, Joe.
Hello
There we
again.
go. I think you're on. I think you're there. Yay. We're back.
It actually saved all my information, so I didn't have to type in my name or anything to do it again, which was quite
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised about that.
Helpful by way of a change.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word helpful. Oh, I tell you what. I mean, I'm going to quote another person that I absolutely love. Unfortunately, she's not with us anymore, but her channel. I mean, like I said, she's not with us anymore, but her channel is Alice in Mandela Land, and I'm going to quote her right now. Words are so fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Oh.
So why isn't she with us? Has she passed away?
Yeah, she had a few health problems, like as long as her kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
the poor thing had a lot of health problems, and she ended her life on her own terms. So
Oh.
I mean, she wanted to get off the
That's
grid. She wanted to get off the grid and everything. Like my dream is to get off the grid.
yeah.
I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be affiliated with the government anymore. I'm over the whole.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel sorry for the fact that I feel sorry for that she had to end her life just as she was just about to, in a way, live it, because they were gonna, her and her husband were gonna live in a little van and tour around America, and it never happened. And
oh, that's so sad.
so I watch her videos every now and then because it gives me comfort.
Yeah.
And then I came across your channel, so it gives me even more comfort.
I'm not. I'm going to say. I was going to say. I'm sure my channels don't give a lot of comfort. They're just.
Oh no!
It's just sharing a crazy woman's ramblings.
You know what? You have given me so much comfort over the last 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. It's not funny. Honestly.
Oh, thank you. I'm grateful for that.
There's been times where I've literally cried with you.
Oh,
and I'm not even joking. Because I felt your pain, and I've known what you've gone through, and it's just it
matters, doesn't it? That for me, it matters that that people understand. That people understand. That's what matters. I did it originally just for myself, to get it out of my system, and to reach out to anybody else that was maybe going through the same thing. And then I never expected this.
Well,
And to be honest, I think that the lockdown has brought us all closer together.
Yeah.
If anything,
perfect
it
timing.
really has cemented us. Yeah, absolutely. Weirdest thing ever. But I'm grateful of it because it's brought us all together. It's given us a close. You've only been around for 6 weeks. I feel like I've known you forever. It's that kind of instant connection, that feeling, that knowing and understanding each other. That's what matters. And like I've got friends of mine that ended their own lives. It's a difficult situation. Part of me will never forgive my friends, the ones that did it, because their lives nothing stays the same. Nothing, no matter how bad your life gets, no matter how bad and how dark and how terrible your life gets.
They're not there for you, are they?
No, I don't mean that. I mean the fact that when you've got friends like you said, Alice, who committed suicide.
Oh right, yeah.
Part of you, part of me, my friends who did it, I'm still angry with them for it, and part of me, and equally desperately miss them because their life, like you rightly said, her life was just about to get better, just about to change, and they can't see if you've got the strength to do that. To me, you've got the strength to live. And I can't understand. Obviously, people, when they're at that point, they're not in control of the faculties properly. They're in that much pain. They're in that much pain that they can't, they're not thinking like that. I understand that. My own daughters have tried many times to kill themselves. I kept saying the amount of times I've been in A&E with both of my daughters trying to kill themselves. It's like, will you stop, please? Because it's not your time. Because if it was your time, you'd have done it. Yep. So that's what makes me think that even though your friend and mine have taken their lives, maybe they were meant to, because I know for a certain fact my girls tried. They really tried hard, but you want their time. Want their time. So stop trying because it's not your time. And thankfully both of them did stop trying, but not until I've been in A&E with both of them well over 10 times. Wow. So I understand that it's hard.
Yeah, I've only done it the once, and the reason why I did it was because, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail, but for me, I was just desperate, so desperate to get out of, I was so desperate to get out of the situation that I was in.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you can see no other way. I understand. You can see no other way.
And I mean,
it's a terrible. You can't really help people when they're at that point, honey. And I'm sure that people must have tried to help you, but you weren't receptive enough for that. No. Your mind and your pain was in a much further, deeper place where you could not be reached at that point by anybody, and that's what makes it hard for people on this side of people trying to. You don't necessarily. Robbie Williams said it. I don't want to die, but I'm not too keen on living either. And that's what he said.
He was a brilliant man too.
Well, Robbie Williams, the singer.
Oh,
not Robin Williams.
Right.
Yeah.
Robin
so I get
Williams.
Mixed up
with the two. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I know. It's that one. It's that one little thing on the end. Robin or Robbie. Yeah. Robbie Williams. Robbie the singer actually came. He comes from literally 7 miles up the road from my hometown.
Oh shit.
So he's got an awful lot of the same humour in his songs that we Northerners understand.
Yeah, I've got a few of his CDs.
I mean, he's been at the brink of suicide. Lots of people, quite frankly, most people have a time when they've not been, psychologically well. I've been at a time when I've not been psychologically well, but thankfully, the majority of us overcome that somehow, and you were brought back because it wasn't your time.
And I mean, in the last probably couple of weeks, especially in the last couple of months, I mean, I had a dream that I went into not a parallel universe, sorry, a different reality. Let's say it that, a different reality where I had never moved to New Zealand. And it showed me that the girl that I was in love with at the time I'd had a kid tour, a couple of kids tour, and I had a book published. But the thing is, my sister died at 15. And I'd always wondered over those years, I'd wondered, why didn't I just stay in Australia? And then the universe, I asked the universe constantly, why didn't I just stay in New Zealand? And in this reality also, because I'd never went to New Zealand, I never met all the amazing friends that I've still got to this day from high school. Like, and after that dream, I woke up, I was like, oh my God, this is why I was never meant to stay in Australia. And
You know what? That
it's
that
wow.
you see, talking to you, you've just given an extra, forgive the pun, dimension to the whole scenario. Because although to you it was a dream, was it?
Well, it didn't feel
Were
like a
you?
dream. It didn't feel like a
No,
dream.
that's what I mean. Were you
I
actually
could feel,
taken to that
I
other
could,
reality?
because I could feel the pain of losing
Yeah,
of learning
yeah,
that I'd
yeah,
lost my
yeah.
sister. Now, my grandmother in this reality is dead. She died when I was 14 years old. Now,
Right.
in that reality, she was alive, and I was able to let her know how much I had missed her, and she couldn't work out what I was talking
Oh,
about. So I got to
oh,
what's the word? I got to close that door of
you did
grief, kind
some.
of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's an amazing thing.
yeah,
Oh, Joel,
and
that's an amazing
And
thing.
it's only been in the last couple of months that things have just really ramped up for me, like spiritually. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know you're a Christian and all that, and I respect that, but I don't believe in God or the devil.
No,
But I do believe there's a
no,
higher power
yeah,
involved.
well,
You know,
yeah, well,
if
that's
if that's
Joel.
if
That's
that's
the same.
yeah.
That's the same thing, love. That's the
Mm,
same thing.
mm.
And
I mean,
I'm only just, you
mm,
know, a lot of people here they still class themselves as being pagan. Do you know
mm.
what I mean? They still say they're pagan, and we don't go, oh, burn her, she's a witch. Do you know what I mean? We don't do that. We're very accepting of each other because,
Mm.
I mean, I'm sure you've watched it where you've seen my journey come back
Yeah,
to
that's that.
Christianity,
I thought
but
that was amazing,
it's
really.
not. Well, you saw me; it was a complete meltdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just blew my mind. But
Mm.
it's not in the way that I was when I was 16 because
It's
I
deeper.
learned too much.
Well, it's
Yeah, I
deeper.
learned too much. I
Yeah.
know how Christianity has been faffed about with, messed about
Mm,
with, how evil powers have been behind all that.
yeah.
So the
Oh,
fact that you don't believe in either thing
mm,
but you believe in a higher power.
mm.
That's God.
Well, yeah.
God.
I mean,
We can't understand.
I'm open
We
to
can't
that
understand it.
being, you know, I'm open to
A
that.
creator,
If
something.
if
Yeah,
it if it is God, then it's God. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I may not believe in that, but it may well be God,
But you clearly,
and be the whole,
but that's what I mean.
you
But
know.
you clearly do because what we class as, you said it's a higher power.
Mm.
That's what God
Well,
is.
that's all I could put it
We
down
don't
to.
know. Other than that, we don't know what God is. We don't
Mm,
know what God is. We have no
mm,
idea. So
mm,
a higher power, the universe, whatever it is you want to call it. When I used to read tarot cards for a living, that's what I used to say. It's whether it comes from God, the universe, the higher power, whatever it is you want to call it, because it's all the same thing. And
mm.
that's what I used to say because it
Okay.
didn't come from me. And I didn't used to sit there going, right, I'm going to tune in now to my guides because I never did any of that. Hi, the Naircase. In fact, I just want to say hello to everybody that's here on
Mm.
the chat. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi,
That's okay.
everybody. I really appreciate you all. I really do. Thank you very much. And Prel, I noticed earlier on that you said that I'm very straight and honest. And if I mean I am in everything that I do, to be fair. I'm a very straightforward person, but what is the point in having a Mandela effect channel and then hiding how I'm feeling?
Mm.
There'd be no point. So that's why if I was gonna if I was gonna wait until I looked glamorous, I'd never say anything.
Mm.
So if I'm sat there in pajamas, or in fact the other day when I had my cap on, I had my bath cap on because I'd got my hair in oils.
Right.
But,
I forgot about that,
but
actually.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to wait until all my hair's done when I've got something to say now, because now is when I'm feeling it. So I don't care what I look like. It's not about that. It's about being real. Because,
Well, you know
and
what?
also I'm very aware.
You know what?
Sorry.
It's taken me 5 years to do what you had learnt within the first couple of videos. I'm only
Yeah, but the
just
thing is to
now
be
starting to
yeah, but
become.
no, Joel. I'll be honest. To be fair, I'm quite used to talking to the video, because, like I said, I've got another channel. I'm
Yeah, true.
an
Yeah.
activist
I haven't watched that one
in
yet.
my other life.
Yeah,
I've spoken in front of thousands of people, so
you used to
I
it.
just talk. If it's something that that matters to me,
Mm.
it all just comes out. I can talk. I'm a Gemini, love. It's no matter to me talking.
What star sign's that? What
Gemini.
star? I mean, what
Well,
month's that? Sorry.
May. I'm actually I'm the very first. I was actually born at 5 minutes past 12 on the 22nd of May.
Oh wow.
Just a Gemini, but I'm
Wow.
nothing like a Taurus. Nothing at all like a Taurus. But then I'm not like a Gemini in as much as I'm not fickle. I've
Because
never
you're on
been
the border.
fickle.
You're on the
I
borderline.
care. I care too much. Yeah, I care too much though. I'm very, very much a Gemini, but I'm not fickle. But I'm very. I mean, you can tell I'm a Gemini. I can make connections with people very quickly. It's a gift. Do you know what I mean? I'm fortunate that way, being able to communicate like that with people. I'm very
Oh,
fortunate like that. I do class it as a gift.
there is
I
something
do.
there's something I wanted to tell you because I thought it was important. I was going to tell you in the first half, and I never got around to it. Talking about dreams. I had a dream with you in it the other night or the other morning, whatever time it was.
Whoa,
Um,
did you?
yeah. It was. I woke up petrified. Um,
Whoa,
we were in New Zealand in my old bedroom because my old bedroom had like 4 themes of windows. It was I miss those windows. They
right.
were great view.
Yeah,
Now the moon, and this is the first time I had a dream about space. I don't know if it's because I've been watching your channel and it's
right.
just been playing on my mind,
But
but the moon was so close to the Earth. It was like only like maybe 100,000 kilometers away from the Earth, and you could feel them
whoa,
like. And I had the telescope up, and you were looking in it too, and we just looked at us like, shit, what's going to happen next? And I woke up petrified, like my heart was thumping. I thought,
whoa.
if I ever get to go live with you, I've got to tell you. I wasn't sure
That's amazing.
at first. I wasn't sure about telling you because I thought maybe it might come off as creepy, and I don't want it to, and that's
No,
why
no, 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 no. I don't think
I
that
held
at
off as
all.
well. So, I mean,
I don't
but it
think that at
scared the
all. I'm
crap out
amazed.
of me because I've never had a dream about space like that. And and I forgot also the moon itself had things flying around it in all different angles as well,
Right.
and you could literally see it.
Whoa.
You didn't need a telescope to see that. I
You see, yeah.
it scared the crap out of me. And you could feel the magnetic
And they do,
pull.
and they do frighten me when I have them. I always come out of it really upset. It's never it's not nice. You end up it's scary. They're scary.
But
So
it
for
it
me to
really,
be there while
yeah.
you saw the same dream I have. We've shared this. It's no wonder I feel connected to you, Joel.
What hang on. But so you've had the dream with the moon with stuff going around it, or have you had dreams?
No, I
Because
haven't seen. No, the dream. My dreams from being a very small child before, like
you've cut in and out again.
back in a sec. There we go. I'm back again.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I've had dreams. I've had dreams since I was before the age of 2, and I had to. I remember vividly. I used to have to say good night to the moon every night. I used to get upset if I wasn't allowed to. My mum had to let me, and then I'd
That's
get
sweet.
upset when I couldn't find it. But
You know,
during my dreams,
yeah.
I dreamt every time I dreamt of it, it got closer and closer and closer till it was just hanging like a massive ball above us. Oh, scary. They and the last one I had was last year, and they leave me. I've seen planets in different places. I've actually seen the sky turn where it looked like grids of red electric grids in the sky, like red electric grid, or those sort of things. They developed as I got older, and then I thought I wasn't going to have any more, and then whack, and I did, and it was like, oh, it freaked me out, and I woke up crying. I was in a right mess. They're not nice. They're not pleasant.
Wow.
They've never been pleasant, and they've never felt like an ordinary dream. So for you to have a dream about the moon being so big with me in it, is it?
Well,
we've synced.
I could literally feel your shoulder on my shoulder as we were like kind of close, looking at the telescope. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's been playing on my mind, like been watching your videos and me thinking, oh, I want to get
it might have been the trigger. It might have been the trigger, but it definitely seems. I mean, I've talked about that to other people. They've never had the same dream. They've never had the same dream. So
I know I've been
no,
wanting to get a telescope.
this is what I'm saying.
I've been wanting to get a telescope because almost every night for months I looked up at the sky. I had to look, like go out on my back porch and look at the sky for even if it's only for 5 minutes. So
Joel, this is gonna really freak you out now.
Okay, let me have it.
All my life as well. Yeah, all my life myself, I have dreamt of the sky in Australia, of seeing the sky in Australia. Yeah, I've never been to Australia.
Well, I've never been to England, so.
Of it. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? But I've dreamt about the sky in Australia, and I've had this need to see the sky in Australia, and I was only thinking about it again this last few days.
Well, I'm going to give you a bit of a treat. I'm going to see if this will.
Go on, treat me.
Hopefully it will work.
Oh shit! You're not going to show me the sky in Australia.
There's the sky.
Oh.
There you go. I've given you a treat.
So yeah, thank you.
No, you're very welcome.
You can treat me to a night sky next time.
Well,
so because here at the minute, Joel, here at the moment, in fact, forever. This is what I'm just going to say now. In fact, for everybody who's here in the chat, for me, it's 0330 again, synchronized number. It's 0331 now, so it's 3:31 in the morning where I am. What's the time where you guys are?
Well, for me, it is 12:30. It's lunchtime now. So
we're 15 hours then away from each other.
I thought as much. Yeah, it's interesting because in Canada, because I follow a channel called True Love, and for me to get her at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I have to be at her live stream to start. And when she's starting the live stream, I have to be at the computer by 6 o'clock in the morning.
You see, I have problems with catching people's as well. I actually said to Brian Stavely the other day, Brian, please, can we not have them a bit 2 hours earlier?
I saw that.
When I'm going through stages where when I'm really literally not sleeping, I'm like, I'm okay. I can catch. I caught Tommy Tell the Truth at like something like 5:30 one morning because I was still awake. But then I go through stages where I'm not catching anybody because I'm out for the count. So please do it earlier. Just 2 hours earlier, and I've got some chance of watching it. It is like 10:34 where Richard is, and we're all over the place. So it's trying to catch everybody in the. Like Cheryl is 9:32. Where are you? Where are you at, Richard? Yeah, and you're right, Nakis. We are right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Some of us do find it because of the timing issue, and we've had time. I'm sure you guys have noticed we've had time issues recently. Lots of them, like slip times. Do you know what I mean? Time slips, even slip times. Right, I'm just going to let this person come on. Let me have a look. Here we are. Add to the stream. Somebody's just joining us. Sorry. Add to the stream. Are we going there? Are we on? Right. Guests have to log in. I'm afraid.
Oh, is that what that noise is?
You have to log in. Right. Existing guests won't need to authenticate unless they refresh the page. Right. So I have to. No, you have to log in. I'm afraid. You can't just. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what that means. I'm sorry.
Okay, so basically, when you log in, you basically you tap the link, then it will come up with a page that says to type in your YouTube name, and then from memory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So whoever that was trying to join us, if you'd like to do exactly what Joel just said, then you're perfectly welcome to come join. Right, that's what it means. Right, they've got no StreamYard account yet. Okay, thanks. Thank you, I appreciate that. At least somebody somewhere knows what's going on.
Hey,
so yeah.
You mean, but I don't have an account with that thing that you've got. So
yeah, but no, but you must have verified your YouTube account, and that person probably hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so from what you've just said, that meant you verified your Google account, didn't it? You. So yeah, that must be it. Yeah, you have to put in a code. That's what I had to do at first. Yeah, put in the whole code thing. Is that Jessie Ends? Yeah. Hello. Nancy Dean. Hello.
I do hope
there's some lovely people on here.
I do hope that person does come back because I'd like to meet them.
Yeah, so, me too. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I think is Gypsy Road on here. Gypsy, hi, honey. Thank you.
Gypsy Road. I'm wanting to meet.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Yeah, I was listening to him earlier on. Absolutely brilliant show. In fact, Gypsy Road. Gypsy Road, if you're still here, listen to what Joel's got to say. Tell him about C3PO.
Oh yeah.
Tell Gypsy. Yeah, tell him.
Do you know if is he on now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen him. He's in the chat.
Okay, cool. Well, I was watching this last night, about roughly 6-7 hours ago, maybe longer. It's this movie. Well, where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and because I've never watched Star Wars before, and I saw P30. I can never remember if it's that's the name.
C3PO, yeah.
C3PO, that's it. And because I didn't know, I'd seen things on YouTube, but he was all silver.
Yeah, I'm just still gobsmacked by that. All silver C3PO.
Yeah, because I'd seen things on YouTube about the different color leg, but I wasn't sure if he was supposed to be all gold or all silver, but I saw him all silver.
How you doing, Ashley? Can you hear me?
Oh, hi.
Yeah, we can hear
you. Who have we got there? Sorry, I didn't know. Who are you?
Richie Parker.
Hello.
All right. Hello. Richie. Richard.
Sorry, honey. Hi. Yeah. Hi, Richie. Hi. Yes. No, I'm totally with you. I just couldn't see. That's all.
I'm on my.
I just want to clear something up.
Okay.
I just want to clear something up. Not with you guys. I just had some earlier on. I had a troll on one of my videos saying,
really?
Your glasses are fake. You've got a wig on, and you look like an owl. Right. Well, first of all.
Well, you're the prettiest looking troll I've ever seen. Laugh out loud.
Oh, I can't believe how some people.
I'm on my business computer. I don't have a camera, but I do have a USB studio mic.
Oh.
Well, that's we can hear you brilliantly. To be fair,
perfectly.
We can absolutely hear you brilliantly. Yeah,
nice.
Much better than mine. But it's not really about seeing each other. It's about talking, isn't it? So. Come on, enlighten me with your words of wisdom. Blow me off my feet again.
Well,
you know what I mean? You absolutely messed with my mind, man.
We have a second Paul McCartney with greenish eyes, with the brother of the real Paul McCartney that had the dark brown eyes. So it's a great big goof. This second Paul McCartney is actually Scottish. I've been to enough places and I've tracked them down very well.
Can I just ask then, Richard? You know the Paul McCartney situation? I'm sure you do. You know where
Of
the
course.
Paul McCartney?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you think that this could be do you think it could be a Mandela effect thing? Because it only just kind of happened recently.
I don't know.
What do you
Well,
think?
what George Harrison left in his will, the audio tape, he really explains it very well what happened to the original Paul McCartney. And the original Paul definitely had deep brown eyes, not hazel eyes like this one.
He did, without a doubt. No, he had very dark brown eyes. You're right, absolutely. So, but do you think that's a totally separate situation to the Paul McCartney one?
Totally separate.
Yeah,
Nothing to do with the Mandela.
That's what I was thinking too. No, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
But the brother that died, that is alive here, that's the brother of the real Paul McCartney with the replaced Paul McCartney. So
you think he really did die, or
Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He either died or he really wanted to get out of the spotlight. Him and John Lennon were not getting along anymore.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Did you see, Richard? Have you seen the video where they're all sat around the table at John Lennon's having breakfast, and they're all laughing about it being the fake Paul McCartney? Have you seen?
Oh, talking about how Bill had put on so much weight. Yeah. I'm very tired.
He's the fake. But I'm not surprised,
him,
Richard. What time is it for you?
Well, it's only 10:42, but I'm raising my two grandsons, so I'm a bit wore out. I stay very busy.
Did you say you're 10?
How old are they?
No, I'm not 10. It's 10:42 p.m. here.
No. Did you say that you're 10?
He's got two
grandkids?
No, it's 10 o'clock and he's got two grandchildren.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
How old are they, Richard? How old are they?
One will be next month and the other one is 12. Is that my microphone?
Yeah, it's yours. Yeah.
Okay, let me see what I can do here.
It just sounds like you're scraping it against the table or something.
Very odd. I'm actually not near it.
I'm sorry. Can I just say that's me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
And then that again. I'm sorry. That's me doing that with my lighter on the cushion of the phones.
Oh. Okay, I've never used it much through the computer. It's like, oh, okay.
It was me.
I thought maybe you had.
It works. No. Can we? Right. There are some rules here. Rule number 1, A. Rule A, I am a fool. Rule B, refer to A. Okay? Refer to A. So if anything goes wrong at any point, it's because of A or B.
Okay,
and it all refers to me. It's all my fault.
Now, I could tell you what happened to me that actually led me to know that I was no longer at home. Okay, I had a dog. She was about 22 years old, and she was dying. She was very old. At the foot of the bed, I had a hassock. You guys know what that is, right? Like a little stool, so she could hop up on the bed.
Yeah.
Well, when her hips wore out, I threw the hassock away, and it had a crack on the top. It was old. And it rained the night I threw it out, and before I could get it to the garbage, it actually came apart, and straw was everywhere by my garbage cans, and I had to rake it all up. So when the dog was dying, I took her in my room, and I was holding her on the bed, and she kept pushing me away and all that. Well, I looked down at the foot of the bed, and there was a blanket folded down there, laying on something. I was like, I wonder what that's on. So I laid her down. I went to the foot of the bed and picked up the blanket, and there was the hassock. But it was a different color, but it had the same crack on top. So
creepy.
I was like, what in the
No.
world? I ran outside to the garbage area and not one bit of straw on the ground. So I came back in. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? So the next day, my daughter-in-law, she goes, can you take a look at the brake lights on my car? The one on the driver's side has gone out. I said, again? I just fixed it a week ago. It's a different car and a different wiring system. I work on electronics in my spare time. So I'm like, did I seal the windshield? I said, does your windshield leak on the passenger side?
Major.
And she goes, yeah. I said, do you remember me putting sealant around your windshield? She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, I'm pulling the rubber seal back. I got to look at something. So I pulled the rubber seal back and not one drop of silicone. I'm like, what in the world am I looking at? And it's a year newer car. And it didn't have black stripes on the taillights like the other one did. And a different wiring system, a primitive one like you'd see in Russia. Nothing like at home with a separate designated ground wire.
Wow.
Very, very odd. And then about a week later, I'm wondering why the place looks like crap. I've owned this house 23 years. And my wife, I have to be a little quiet here, she was not acting right. But truly, I thought all of a sudden, wait a minute, that is not her. I mean, July 4th is our 35th anniversary. And we've been together since we were 18. She knows nothing about me, hardly at all. So it makes me think this may not even be real.
I know that. No, I understand.
It sounds like you've had a really big shift.
Really big.
I mean,
And the body is...
First of all, the bodies are all over the place, but as far as your partner, your wife not being the same, that's one of the hardest things of all. I mean, I don't live with my husband anymore, but we're not together. If you understand what I'm saying, it's a bit of a complicated situation. But we've been together. We have been together since I was 3 months before I was 22, and I'm now 55.
Right.
So, and he doesn't remember the same things as me, and yet I've lived the majority of my life next to that man.
Yeah.
Doesn't remember the same anchor things as me.
Yeah.
And that is possibly the hardest.
And I thought I thought my wife here was joking when she said she caught me cheating on her. So I started laughing. I thought she was joking, and she about yanked my hair out. I have never done that.
Oh, you haven't. No. Oh God, that must be.
That's
so
true.
hard.
It's true.
That's even harder. No, I totally believe you, and that must be even harder because we know that we're not drunk. I know that this body is not the body that it was last week.
No, this is not my birth body either, or Earth.
Never mind the first one I was born in. It's not even the one that I was in last week. So,
Ashley, I was 6'1".
Where is this?
And wore a size 13 shoe. Here, I'm about 5'11", and I wear 11.5 shoe. But some of my size 13 shoes are here. That's the crazy part.
Wow.
And there's some shoes I never would have bought that are here.
How do you feel physically at the moment?
This body is terrible. I was big and built. I'm like 1 or 2 sizes smaller. I used to lift 600 pounds easy, no.
Well, if you're anything like the girls, we've discussed this, us girls. I actually made a video about it, where I made a video about what the hell's going on with my face. because my face, I'd go to bed.
Well, at home, I was born a blonde. Every picture of me here, I have dark brown hair.
Whoa, shit. So you literally don't feel yourself at the moment because of it?
No.
Right. I don't have freckles in the same place. I have scars that are different than I had at home. I was injured much worse here. I can tell that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, like Joel was saying earlier on, that his illnesses aren't as bad, and I get that. I mean, I've got a continuing illness that is bad all the time, but then I've got a thing where, in some realities, I've obviously got some kind of a chest condition, because I get crackling here when I'm breathing because I'm a smoker. And then
Right.
others, nothing. Completely clear. Completely clear. It's like,
Well,
what? What?
well,
I
Well,
tell
that-
you what,
Yours,
I tell you what,
yours are
Richard.
really in the face personal. Yours are really in the face personal. No, actually, if those things happened to you before you knew about the Mandela effect, that must really
They
freak
did.
you out. Because they're big things.
Well,
That's your car changing. That's your
but
life changing in front of you.
at home, I was researching CERN and D-Wave before I ever came here, and I watched our CERN totally melt down and burn. And then about a week later, I'm here.
Right.
So
I tell you what,
No,
Richard,
this is what.
you've built my beliefs up about what I was saying earlier on about my other reality. I'm now 100%. You've just fully instated my belief that my body is in a coma in another reality.
or we
So,
could have all died.
well, yeah, I heard about that. 2000.
I don't know.
But that's awful.
I mean, we have to
I'm
look at
sorry,
it
I'm
as a
just
possibility. I
saying
mean,
sorry to Elizabeth. Yeah, we do. Because we're certainly not in our original body.
no,
So
this
we
is
have
not
to-
my
one of
birth
us
body
knows-
or birth
one of
earth
us knows.
or.
No. I mean, like,
And
I made a video with some girls over the fallopian tubes, and the reality
I
of what
watched it,
direction
yeah.
the fallopian tubes were in changed like that. It's like, what? Like, what
I have pulled up
felt it?
maps. I had to
No,
put 30
it
maps on my
consciousness.
screen.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Ashley. They all changed
no,
while
carry
I
on.
was looking at them because I know the shape of the county I live in, and it never had a weird
Yeah.
half oval bulge at the end. It was all straight lines. And they all changed while I was looking at them on the screen. Not just one, but I had like 30 different images of the county I'm in, and they all changed within an instant from what they were at home to how they are here. Now that surprised me.
Well, yeah,
So,
that would knock you right off your socks, really. I don't know how we're coping, to be fair. I don't know how we're coping. Because when we're all talking about these things...
Well, it never ends. You wake up and you think about it.
No.
You think about it throughout the day. You go to
Yeah.
sleep. You think about it before you go to sleep. I mean, it never ends.
Yeah.
It is
And
difficult.
that's the difference between... There are people that see but they're not affected by it. That's the difference between them and us. We're affected by it. It's everything. Everything. There's not a minute where it isn't. It doesn't go away. It never goes away because there's always something going. Hello,
Right.
I'm still here. We've been on lockdown. So what changed? We're writing on a garage outside my window.
I know. I watched that one.
So it didn't matter that I wasn't going anywhere. It did it in front of me, where I am, just to remind me.
Well, I found one old video of my. I found one old video of my counterpart playing lead guitar. I'm a lead guitar. I play all instruments and I sing. We play the guitar just about the same, except on the lead, he goes opposite on the fretboard than I do. And it doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, so
to me. To him, I guess it made perfect sense.
So he hasn't noticed it the other way around then, like you.
It's still me. It's a video from 2014 of me playing the guitar, but it's not me. He don't have blonde hair. It's me with brown hair. So
yeah.
We played the guitar exactly the same, except our leads are opposite on the guitar. So I don't know.
So I'm sorry, I'm being taken away by Jess there, who's just said you should say hello to the person in your mind. It's just the person with higher tech. I kind of like that. But
see
the thing is that where has Ashley gone? Before I popped in.
I don't know.
Where is that person? Are they still in here somewhere? Are they still in here?
Could
somewhere?
be. Maybe they were. Maybe they were Maybe they were overwritten. Maybe we're the dominant soul.
She definitely.
We're the ones sitting here talking right now. Right. We're the ones sitting here. So
that person never. Yeah, we're here, and that's it. We aren't. I always felt that we're more than just this.
Right. Me too.
We're inside this. I always felt that we're inside this. We're not just the body, but we are inside this. It's a vehicle for us. But now we know it. And there's a difference, isn't there, between believing it and knowing it. That's the one thing we do know, is that we're more than just the body. The one actual fact.
We are definitely
actually know. Everything else.
Apparently, we are a never-ending creation, a consciousness. But for some reason, now say if we were erased before, something has happened. Perhaps God is ending it, and that we no longer are erased, or we would not be sitting here talking about this right now. We would have no memory of anything prior to what we would know from this earth, if it's even an earth.
But if we've been all if we'd all been erased, I mean, why are we here?
Now, I can tell you what happened to me that actually led me to know that I'm no longer at home. I had a dog. She was about 22 years old when she was dying. She was very old. Jeff?
What happened?
Still here?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, guy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I tried to add somebody, but net 444. I'm sorry. I tried to add you, but it's still doing that awful sound. It's just still doing that awful sound.
So he needs to log in.
Well, like I wrote in chat, at home, I was friends with Steve Olsen. You probably know him, WSO, but his last name was spelled Olsen. So when I got here, I looked him up, and the me here had never been in communication with Steve. So I wrote Steve. I said, hey, man, I said, I don't know what to tell you, but we've been friends for a while. I said, I'm going to tell you some things that nobody would know about you. And I did. And he's like, Rich, you're freaking me the heck out, man. I said, your last name being spelled differently here is kind of odd. He goes, well, how was it spelled where you're from? I said, Olsen. I said, here it's Olson. He goes, well, it means same thing. Ol's son or sen. I was like, okay. So I sent him pictures. I have like 5 pictures that came with me.
Says that about their own name?
Steve did. Yeah. I guess whatever nationality his ancestors are, I guess Olsen and Olson means the same thing. He said it could have went either way.
Yeah, but it's spelled differently. Well,
definitely.
My old name, my surname before I was married was Dougal, but it was spelt with 2 L's. If I suddenly had 1 L, it would have mattered to me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go, oh yeah, but it's spelt with 1 L or 2 L's. I'd go, no, my name's Dougal with 2 L's.
Well, Steve,
do you know that's what I mean? So he clearly.
Well, he did not know.
Gave a typical, not affected answer there.
Right, but he did not know there was another one of him. But I knew what cigarettes he smoked and all that and stuff about his son and his son's friends. And I told him, and he freaked out. And we've been friends here ever since.
Were you able to show him the photos?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
What did he say to that?
He could not believe it because some of them were screenshots from the other Steve Olsen's channel.
Wow.
I certainly did. Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a way to find out about the Mandela effect. By a friend that was not your friend, who was your friend. Whoa, that poor man. He must have been absolutely freaked out. I mean, the way we find out is hard enough.
Right.
For you to actually be comic, that is an amazing, and thank God he took it right, and that you're actually friends in this reality.
We are.
It's a really awesome thing that you're friends in this reality.
Well, he
didn't just call the police on you.
No, he asked me a million questions about home, and he said if I know anybody here that I do not remember from home, and I said, really, the only prominent one is Elon Musk. I said he was not at my home Earth.
Huh.
Richard Branson owns SpaceX, not Elon Musk. And two German fellows own Tesla, not Elon Musk.
Wow.
So I don't know what Elon is doing here, but he is not from my timeline.
Well, I've only heard about him for the last 2 years, so he's just blown up everywhere in the last 2 years. So I don't know.
Right. So at home, you don't remember hearing about him either.
Well, only until up until about 2 years ago. Like before then, it was like once every now and then, but it definitely wasn't the face of what it is now. I never even
Right.
heard. I never even heard of SpaceX until about a year and a half ago.
Oh, I heard of SpaceX, but Richard Branson owned it. And now here, Richard Branson says that he is envious of Elon Musk. He wished he would have thought of SpaceX. How ironic.
Wow.
Where I'm from, he actually did.
Wow.
So I don't know what a journey we're on.
But hey,
I'm sorry, I keep losing you, but thank you so much, Richard, for saying that, because that has been really, nobody else knows that. They all keep like looking at me like I'm weird, but it's true. It was Richard Branson's SpaceX. There was no Elon Musk, and whatever it's called now, Virgin Galactic.
Right,
no,
he had
Virgin.
right. It was SpaceX. Yeah.
It was SpaceX, absolutely. Virgin SpaceX, yes. So I'm like, yes, you know it. Thank you. But no, he's an absolute popped out of nowhere.
You know, Richard, you're the first person that I've ever met that's been able to bring something physical from one reality to the other. Do you know how huge that is? I mean, apart from finding new Mandela effects, like that's the biggest one that I've ever came across so far, and I've done so much research on the Mandela effect, trying to work out how it works, and this is just completely blowing my mind. The fact that you've been able to bring something out physically to one to another.
Yeah, even my shoes, some of them. For real.
That's even more physical. So that just shows that reality is absolutely
tangible.
Yeah.
If you go back on my channel, some of my old videos, if you look back to about 4 years ago, a lot of them have the pictures from home in the videos, like the CERN from my Earth, the picture of the sun from my Earth right before it burned out.
Oh,
so you can actually go watch them if you want.
Stop. Did you just say the sun burned out?
Yeah,
he did. Yeah. Richard,
tell me, Richard. Tell me. So I'm sorry, Joel. I'm sorry.
We were hit.
Ask the question.
Well, like Steve Olsen from home knew, not this one. We were going to be hit from below and diagonal by a brown dwarf, and we were.
Ooh.
I remember it.
Are you from Sagittarius?
I am.
Same here.
Right. Well, that's what. Right. I've got something to say. I've remembered it. Do you know what? I actually, just before I first found the Mandela effect, I was online looking at the dimensions of Earth because I'm a nerd, and it said Sagittarius and like a gazillion miles. The Earth was much bigger, and said it was on the Sagittarius arm.
We had 9.8 billion people, not 7.5.
Yeah, and it was bigger. Your Earth to my original Orion Earth, not this one, the original, are very, very similar. They mirror each other. In all the big Mandela effects, except the size. And your Sagittarius was huge in comparison to my Earth.
Right.
And it was like, and I could tell because it said how massive it was. And I'm like, what the hell was this about? And just shrugged it off. Like I managed to shrug that off. But Google was telling me that I was on the Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way when I know I'm not. And then the Earth was much bigger. I managed to just let that go over my head.
Well, being I'm a musician, I'm into time and timing. I've been able to find out here that time is almost exactly twice the speed as from where I'm from.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a musician as well, so I get the whole time thing.
I'm constantly coming in and out of time at the minute.
Richard, what's your YouTube name? I'm going to look you up.
Can I just point out here? I'm sorry, but Prel in the chat, he is saying some other things to everybody here. He's saying his Earth, New York had 40 million people. What else did he say? Something that was really quite a brown dwarf. He said the same as you there, but I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I can't see any chat while I'm in here at all.
Right. He said, wait, Virgin was owned by the creator of Apple Computer. It wasn't owned by Steve Jobs, but it was in Prell's reality.
Wow. Interesting.
But I've been thinking that we've got at least 3 different realities all colliding into one. Anyway,
there was a group there from the Perseus Arm Earth, and they were freaking out because they never made it to the moon. Their Apollo spacecraft blew up on the launch pad, and their NASA never tried again. And they did not have modern jet planes like we have here. But there were only like 5 of those people, and I don't know if they killed themselves or what, but they were too overwhelmed. And that was in April of 2016. Yeah.
I've not heard from them since.
No.
Oh, I hope we didn't. Those people.
This was too much for them. Even the cell phones and everything, their tech was
I can't blame them.
Way beyond, or way behind here.
How awful for them.
And I was trying to understand what they were telling me. Yeah, so
awful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my heart's going out to them people.
So that's the Perseus Arm Earth. That's where they claim they were from. And I don't doubt it.
Oh, no, I don't either. I don't. You see, when I first found Mandela effect groups on Facebook, one of the first things I saw were people talking about them from Sagittarius, and I'd forgotten. Actually, I never even put it in my. It wasn't even in my head that I'd seen that Earth, like on Google, and I just accepted that people were from Sagittarius because I'm Mandela affected, which meant that anything is now possible. So I accepted it instantly, even though I'm from the original Orion.
Right.
So I was on the Orion arm. We didn't even know about a bloody Orion spur. There was no such thing as an Orion spur. There was Sagittarius arm, Perseus arm, Orion arm, end of. That was it. 3 arms, job's a good one. You know what I mean? None of these spurs, none of this setting off things. So,
well, I certainly hope I do not go to the Perseus Arm. That would drive me crazy. I work on TVs and stuff in my spare time. And here they use capacitors that we quit using at home in the early 1970s. I used to have to special order them for my tube guitar amps. Here they are still being used in the common LCD and LED TVs. 20 microfarad capacitors. I used to have to special order them all the time.
But you see, this is why we need to talk to each other. This is why talking to each other in real
time. And the voltages are different here.
Even more information. How amazing.
Our rating was 110, 220. Here it's 120, 240.
That's just incredible.
It's true.
That's just incredible. You see, this is we learn so much by communicating with each other. This is why we need to. Thank you, Jeff Ray. He said, wow, this is a great stream. But this is exactly what it's about. Straight away, Joel told me about the silver C3PO, about Sally Field having light brown hair. What? You in the start.
Scarlett O'Hara has almost black hair here. Where I'm from, she had auburn hair and Gone with the Wind. Yeah, here she has black hair.
Whoa.
I saw that the other day. It freaked me out a little bit.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Things are turning black here. For instance, obviously, I've made a video about it where a lot of Queen Elizabeth I's dresses were gold are now black. But it's not just that. It's things like John Lennon, his suit in the all-white room with the white piano, and him and Ono in the white outfit. He's now got a black one on.
What?
But yeah, he has. He's wearing black.
That's crazy.
It's funny that you said that because I've noticed in Australia, things like Starbucks have turned from black to green.
Yeah, we're now green. We've been green. Starbucks is green here. Always has been in my reality.
Oh,
but it's now got a star above it. It just used to be a crown, but now the crown's got a star above the middle bit of it.
We've never had that. We've never
Well,
had
that's
that.
what I mean. And yours was
Wow.
black. So see what I mean? It's like we're not in the same reality at the same
But
time. It's just amazing.
it never used to be black either. It used to be white, and then it went to
Right.
grey. Yeah, it went from white then to grey, and then to black, and now it's green.
Huh.
And I haven't seen it.
Whoa.
I haven't seen it for a few months because I haven't been paying attention. I really should be paying attention. I'll let you know if it's changed again because
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
this is just over the last 2 or 3 years. And I know they haven't
Well,
updated the building or anything in the last 2 or 3 years. So
Well, I'm growing rainbow eucalyptus trees here, and they did not exist where I'm from.
whoa.
what is it?
Whoa.
Rainbow trees.
Rainbow eucalyptus.
Oh, pretty.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they say they're so rare. I grew
incredible.
500 of them.
Rainbow trees.
Wow.
Look at the rainbow
gonna
tree
say
forest
that-
in
yeah, they
Hawaii.
are.
That's where I got the seeds from.
Huh.
You see, to
Yeah.
me, they are rare because they shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, right.
It's
They
amazing,
are.
isn't it? The amount of rainbow stuff.
I have 4 of them in my front yard.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible. How do you feel about growing them? Did you start growing them when they were normal and they turned into rainbow ones? Or
No.
did you just grow rainbow ones?
No, when I went on YouTube and I saw the rainbow tree forest, I thought, you know what? They say they're extremely rare. If I can find seeds, I'm going to try to grow them because I grow everything.
A rainbow tree forest.
In Hawaii, yes.
A rainbow.
You can look it
Whoa,
up
I
on
need to see
YouTube.
that. I mean, I've been out of my mind with the rainbow mountains.
Oh,
One
yeah.
in China, it was just in China. Now they're in Peru, and rainbow trees. Whoa.
Mine are in their
See, my
5th
mind's
year.
blown.
They're blooming this year.
Whoa.
The white flowers smell like jasmine, and they're showing color. I have like red, pink, blue, purple on the trunk, and it goes
Whoa.
all the way up the branches and all. They're beautiful.
That's incredible. Right, I'm sorry. I'm just have to break for a moment. Burnett,
Okay.
444. I'm really sorry, Burnett. Every time I try and let you in, it just all we're getting is static. Isn't that right? You could hear it yourself, couldn't you, Joel? Before when
Would
we
you
tried
like
to let
me to
Burnett in.
get off? Let somebody
Yeah.
else in? Am I hogging all the bandwidth?
No,
No.
no,
That's not how
it's
it
not
works.
that. No,
That's not how it
no,
works.
because before
Okay.
She needs
before
to
you
log
came
in.
on, we
I
tried
see.
to let them on before you arrived, and it's just all we're getting is that horrible noise. Otherwise, I tried to let you on, sweetie. I did. I promise you. I tried to let you on twice. But
Well,
we
if you want to
couldn't hear
search
you
my
at all.
channel for pictures from home, go way back about
Yeah,
4
I
years. Richard
Yeah,
Parker,
even though your
ART.
home isn't.
Yeah, how do you spell your YouTube channel? Because I was going to ask you before. Because I want
Rich-
to subscribe.
Richard
Yep.
Parker.
How do you spell that? Because I'm bad at spelling.
Okay, RICHARD. Another word now, Parker, PARKER, and then ART space
Yep.
DST. That's the guitar amps I use.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you'll
go find him. See, I don't know how to make moderators on this StreamYard, and I don't know how to add people's channels to it. Like I've said many times, I don't know what I'm doing.
Has your channel got 16 videos?
No, I should have hundreds.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. If yours has
Jeff,
hundreds,
I'm sorry. Like I've
Oh,
said, Jeff, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to. I don't know how to give you a wrench. I don't know how you do that. If I press your thing, it says put user in timeout or block user.
ART DST 830. Now that may do it because that's the exact amp model. I created my YouTube channel many years ago just so I use guitar equipment. Never for any of this. So
yeah, I can't find your channel.
wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll post the link over in the chat here.
Oh, yeah, please do, and I'll go and subscribe to that because yeah.
There you go. It should be in there right now.
hasn't come up yet in this chat,
Okay.
but it's probably still
Lagging.
coming up. Yeah, I've noticed it's been like a couple of minutes usually, or a couple of seconds sometimes.
I see. Wow, that must really be slow over there. Let me take a peek here.
I'm still Side Super Cherry 166. That's what I'm up to at the moment.
Okay, I'll put it right below her. Now, maybe Ashley has to approve this. I'm not sure how it goes with links. That could be a possibility.
I think it's okay with sharing links because I've done it in a live chat before as well.
I should be right underneath Super Cheryl 66 right now.
No, it hasn't came up yet.
Wow.
Odd.
Are you on live chat or top chat?
Ooh, I think it's Captain Kirk, at Elizabeth. No kidding. Kryptonite comical. Don't know what
Okay,
that's all about. I don't know what that's all about, but
I put it
yeah.
right below Captain Kirk, right there.
Well, I don't know how far this is lagging behind. It may be just a matter of me watching the live stream again and then looking out for your channel.
I see. I'm in between two Captain Kirks right now.
Oh, okay. Well, if not, if anything, I don't know. I'll keep looking for it later on.
Okay,
But,
yeah. Richard
don't
Parker, ART, DST, 830 or 825. Should find me.
it's odd that I haven't been able to find it. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Oh, hang on. Oh no, that's a different number. That's a different name.
I'll open another window. Perhaps I can get a link another way here.
You know, I was watching Ashley's live stream the other day, and I went to go. I messaged on this live stream a couple of times, so I was only watching it for a couple of minutes because I had to go out, and I went and watched the live stream after when I came back home, and the comments that I left
There you go.
were
Jeff put a way to find me here.
sorry.
Jeff in the chat, he put a way to find me here. He's telling you what to search.
Okay. Jill in YouTube server. DST. I'll try that then. Was it D?
DST.
Yeah, that's what I thought. DST 800. DST 800. See what happens now.
You should see my mug there with like a, I don't know, sun or moon behind me. I mean, even though you're in Australia, it seems like it should come up. Even though I'm under music, I don't know. Maybe copyright stuff too.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
that wouldn't matter, to be honest.
No.
That's weird. The fact that you've done hundreds of videos, there's nothing coming up on your channel of your channel.
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I'm like a good 2/3 down a page, and I can't see anything of yours.
Huh.
Yeah, that's really creepy. Usually when I type up something, it'll come up.
Mental, what would you like to know? Yeah, Super Cheryl. Richard Parker. ARTDST. My channel was designed for nothing but selling used music equipment. But being I'm here and I had a channel up and going, I left it at that. That's why it's probably a little difficult to find me.
Yeah, I can't find it. That's weird.
What happened? I apparently arrived here 2 weeks or so out of sync with things I had already done at my home. The version of me that supposedly was here never did the jobs I had done. As far as even taking out, working on cars or taking out the garbage or whatnot. So there were enough telltale signs to let me know I was no longer at home.
Wow.
And plus, at home, the skies were nothing but gray. They'd chemtrailed us so bad I had not seen the sun in probably 3 months. And when I got here, I saw blue sky and clouds, and I was like, goodness gracious, how beautiful.
You'd have been so happy. You'd have been so happy.
I was in the beginning until I realized it wasn't my spouse that I had been married to or family, except for my mom and my one best friend we grew up together was from home, but he got killed 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
So
And they very brutal. Every bone in his body broken.
Ooh.
So
hopefully you didn't feel that.
No, they said it was instant, but I hope they get the guy. That way the family has closure and everything.
Wow. I'm so sorry to hear your loss.
Thank you.
I just need to go to the toilet very quickly, but Ashley's back, so I'm just gonna quickly go to the toilet, but I'm back in a minute.
I'm sorry, guys. I lost
There she is.
Hi. How crazy. I threw myself out.
Well, until you get used to the software, I guess. Well, that's nice, Nancy. I'm glad you found it. Yeah, that's me. I play the guitar, sing. The first song there, it's just 4 one-take tracks. And that's the way my friend Jeff would have wanted it, so I'm not going to finish it. That song is finished, just the way it is. About a week being here. Yes, I am an Aries. I was born March 31st, 1967. Well, even if I made a video about it, I don't know about you guys. Do you get death threats too on your phone that come from nobody? I do. They tell me to burn in hell, and they call me names I would not even say to anybody. The personality, preliminal. Definitely the personality. At home, we were Christians, and we gave full trust in the Lord, and we prayed together each night. This one will not even pray with me.
Is your friend alive in this reality, or?
No, he's dead. He died about 3 weeks, a month ago.
So in both realities, he's died.
Well, the other one the other one he had been alive. He was getting ready to have one of his feet amputated, and he awoke here too at the same time at my house, and his body was well with no problem with his feet. Very minimal.
Wow.
So it was a definite upgrade for him.
But at the cost of his life, though.
Yeah, after about 5 years since we've been here, yeah.
Oh, right. So you shifted 5 years ago.
Right about 2015,
Wow.
2016. It was in April.
So you must have shifted with the majority of people.
I think so, or perhaps a year before them.
Because for me, it's been almost 3 years that I realized this.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know about the brown dwarf? Huh. Another solar system came into ours. Me and the Steve Olsen at home had been monitoring the videos and pictures coming in from Alaska. And at home, we had a NASA South Pole Observatory, which does not exist here. And the other invading solar system is on a tilt. And the planets missed us, but their sun came up from below and diagonal, and we burned up.
Wow.
Yes, it was another solar system. Yeah.
So you're in your reality, Earth doesn't exist anymore, or
No, it was the size of a pea compared to the brown dwarf that hit it.
so hang on. So does Earth still exist in that reality, or no, or
No, it's gone.
oh shit! Wow. So did you get to feel that impact, or
Nope. I was already out of body and standing on some kind of platform with a zillion other people in space. Something said, look. I looked over my shoulder and I watched the impact and it burned up. Gone.
oh fuck?
And then there were three suns, the brown dwarf, something that looked like the normal sun, and then a small sun, and something open that resembled what we call a black hole, and we all went into it, and presto, here. I did not remember that at first. It came to me about 2 weeks after being here.
Wow. Sorry, that's just really that's really shook me up, to be honest.
Well, whether it be real or not, that is my memory. It could be a false memory. I don't know what they've done to us, and I don't know where we're at, but this is not my home. That's all I know.
Well, no one knows what's causing the Mandela effect. I mean, there's a lot of theories, but I mean, there's something going on. There has to be. I mean, the fact that you've experienced that, I don't believe. I mean, there's one theory going around that it's mind manipulation. So I can't say that word properly. Basically, there's one going around saying that the government is screwing with our heads by frequency, but I don't believe that, because what you've told me and what I've experienced, there's just no way that the government could do that. It's definitely happening.
Well, I did get hold of a physicist when I realized I was no longer at home. I said, how would you like to have about 20,000 indigenous people from this earth tearing apart CERN? And they said, look, I'm going to tell you, there was an extinction level event, and we had to do what we did at the point of impact. We had no choice. And then again, that could be a bunch of crap too. So I don't know. I take it all in and I try to weigh it out. All I know is I'm not home, I'm here, and that's about it.
Well, I mean, what you've told me, that I believe that to be true.
It may be, and it may not be. I don't know.
I mean, that's scary shit. I mean, can you imagine that could possibly be on the verge of happening now?
Well, it sure is getting hot here, so that tells me we may have a brown dwarf close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't have winter last year in Australia, so it's possible. Yeah.
Now, my Earth, it's spun clockwise. This one spins counterclockwise. The toilets here flush opposite, and the hurricanes spin opposite here compared to where I'm from.
Oh, okay. I know in America, I don't know whereabouts you are. Are you from America or?
Yeah, I am. I'm in
Oh,
Florida.
well, I know your toilets go different, like go around differently than ours do.
Okay, well, here on this Earth, same Florida, just different Earth and different Florida spins opposite than where I'm from. Definitely. I grew up using them all my life. You know, I know
Yeah.
they spin clockwise, not counterclockwise like here. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm godsmacked, to be honest. I mean,
Well,
it sounds like you've gone through a hell of a time trying to get to this point.
hold on just a minute. Denayakis? Where in Florida? I'm headed to take a sand at the River Church in Tampa, Florida. Oh, the River Church, Rodney Brown. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. Actually, I'm near Clearwater, Florida. I'm on the west coast. I'm about a mile or so from the beach.
It looks like the live stream's about roughly 20 seconds to 30 seconds out of sync to our actual live.
I see.
Yeah.
Criminal, yes, Orlando is in a different location. For me, it is further south. So if I want to watch one of the Elon Musk SpaceX dragons or whatever he calls them here, I can basically almost look straight east at it instead of looking northeast. So yes, it's different here.
Nancy Dean, you said that you saw upgrades and started getting headaches. And have they improved, or is that what you're saying? Or or did they improve straight
There
away?
she is.
I'm back. I could actually hear you talking about the end of your world, Rick. Actually heard all. Whoa, you guys, it was going to happen.
Ashley, I'm sorry it's breaking
Did
up.
you guys know it was going to happen?
Yeah, we basically knew.
Did you guys know?
Me and Steve Olsen from home kept saying we were going to be playing Galactic Pinball shortly, but we had no idea it was going to be the brown dwarf. We thought one of the 9 planets going around it was going to hit us, not the actual star itself.
You know, it's funny because we've been told that the sun wouldn't die for millions of years. That's so... Oh, you know, it's creepy when you think about it. I mean, imagine, like I was saying before, imagine if it happens now. Imagine
Well,
if science get it wrong, you know?
we had simulators just like you have here. So our sun was also being blocked. I'm not sure if it's really dead. The photo I have shows it actually